let's hope this whole unit runs good down the road and the rest of the day goes better than the morning has. Happy Thanksgiving. So what happens when you drive these old rigs and then, you know, put aftermarket stuff on them like that? Had a loose fitting and pretty much lost all my transmission fluid. So glad we found it in the driveway, not running down the road somewhere. And my brother-in-law is going to pick up some fluid for me right now and got the fitting tight. It's not leaking anymore. We're going to be headed back to Windrock. So thankful we stopped at Family's, and I guess God was looking out for us today with that, because that would have been not fun. It is very cold out right now. Very, very cold. Not my truck. So needless to say, we've had a bit of a 24 hours. We did not make it with the Yukon yesterday. In the last clip y'all saw that I had lost some transmission fluid. Don't know when it happened, don't know how it happened. Katie's been driving the truck with the new cooler on it for well over a month now probably, and have not had an issue other than yesterday. It did fantastic. I had no issues with it. It didn't run hot. It gave me no signs that it was leaking at all, other than just seeing residue all over the back of the truck. So all that said, when we realized on Thanksgiving that we couldn't get the fluid that needed to go in it, which I needed Max Life or Dextron 5, Dextron 6, sorry, we decided to take my brother-in-law's truck. He was gracious enough to let me borrow his truck, which I probably am going to regret, because I really now want a larger vehicle to pull the Jeep around with. This F-250 pulled it like it was not even back there. He's got all the bells and whistles done to the motor and everything anyway. But all that being said, we did make it last night. Very, very, very cold. And when we woke up this morning, it was 20, I'm gonna say it was 20 degrees. It was very, very, very cold. I think my phone said 24, but it did not feel 24. So I am not in the Jeep wheeling. We did not go out with our group. I came to Walmart to get us some heaters. Thankfully, I had some forethought and brought my larger 20-pound propane tanks for cooking purposes, but now they are going to be for survival. Super beautiful up there. Really nice weather so far. I think it's supposed to turn tomorrow. Yeah, so we'll be back shortly. Day 2. Well, unfortunately, this is not the video that I was hoping to have tied into this. Things happen. It's part of the nature of the sport, hobby, if you will. And did not film the latter part of that day riding, because it was mainly just geared towards family riding. I had my wife and my daughter with me, and was really just trying to enjoy that with us. We really weren't doing anything too substantial anyway. I think the probably roughest trail we rode was 26, the Badge Trail. And the following day around lunch, I found out that our weekend was over. I have either bent or started to roll the passenger side rear tube on the rear end, rear axle tube. The welds to the differential are cracked. Weld to the differential is cracked, and the plug welds are also cracked as well and starting to rotate. So I'm not sure if it was a bend and then because they were broken it started to rotate, or if it just started to rotate. I do have a torque arm on that side, anti-wrap bar, however you may call it. But so there's a lot of stress there. Not knowing the outcome of how that was going to play out, we went back to camp. The only picture that I got was of from the overlook from basically the entire trip. So unfortunate for the work that was put in and all the time that I'd worked on the EFI to get it done and the cage to get it finished up, only to kind of go up there and have really not even a full day of riding. But you learn things. We did get the Yukon fix on the way home. Everything's good there, so that was fantastic. Glad that it was just a loose fitting and trans didn't get hurt. Nothing's messed up there. The Jeep will be fixed. I have a ride that I would like to do between Christmas and New Year's, so very soon coming up. Not sure exactly what my plan of action is going to be, if I can even hit that ride. I really need to decide or figure out what is going on with the rear end first. Y'all will see that here, hopefully, and I would really like to try and go to Hawk Pride with our group, being that I didn't get much riding in this weekend. So y'all tune back in. Sorry I didn't have any cool Jeep footage, but we'll be doing some more projects. I do have some jobs coming up that should be pretty cool, so those should be fun. And then I've got some other things that I would like to do to the Jeep, and then obviously getting the cage out, powder coating. I've got some things I want to change on it after the weekend. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Y'all tune back in on the next one, and we'll see y'all soon.